we are in an unprecedented era as far as athletes in media, athletes controlling their own media. Like the relationship now, I don't want to call it new, but like unprecedented would be the word. We were just a part of the conversation not too long ago. Draymond Green but he says this generation of athlete doesn't respect this generation. We've had endless conversations about player podcasts being healthy for locker rooms, this, that, and the other. You obviously are part of NFL media and the Good Morning America crew. Where do you sit in that?
It's hard. When Saquon was going to his last year with the Giants, he called me and he wanted to know if he and Sterling Shepard should do a podcast during the season. And my opinion was, if you think that you're comfortable enough with doing it, then you should do it. But the only problem is, if something goes wrong, if you're not playing well, if the team is losing, you still got to show up and do it. Right? And I guarantee you, they're going to blame you. And a lot of it in this of doing something away from football as your focus is not on the game. Personally, for me, it wasn't worth it. And I look at all these guys now and you know, respect to you. It's a different world. It's a different game. If you can get a podcast, if you can do it, this new generation, do your thing. I hate on any of them. But you better make sure you don't mess up your primary worrying about something secondary. And I see so many guys that are worrying about a secondary job. I want to build a brand. I ain't worried about building a damn brand. I just was being myself.
Being the brand.
Yeah. I just, when it came to getting on TV and doing things and I just did things that were fun to me until they eventually turned into a career. I didn't actively go out and say, well, I'm playing football. I'm going to pursue a career in TV. Never once in my life on my mama did I say that. I literally was like, you want me to come on and do this? That sounds fun. I'll do it. And next thing you know, these fools offered me a job. So I look at guys now, and I think so many are so focused on the next chapter of life when they're not getting the most out of this chapter. And that's what freaks me out. And so for me, when I play football is everything, man. And my teammates would tell you, I was all in. We're in practice. I'm 6 years old when I retired. I didn't take days off. I didn't say, Rook, get in there and take my reps. I didn't. They threw the ball 20, 30 yards downfield. I didn't just stand there and watch. I ran my ass 20, 30 yards downfield because I'm the leader. And these guys, if we're going to win, I have to show them how to win.
Right.
So every day for me was important. But now that I don't do that anymore, now I can transfer that energy over to what I'm doing now.
So how then, because you've said a couple of things that sticking with me. Shout out to you for being a terrific guest.
Thank you.
You started the conversation talking about how you respect your peers and guys that are looking to expand and grow, right? We just talked about how you got to be present in the current chapter and not so worried about the next chapter and these brand things. But do those work together? Because you just told us how you were sold out, locked in over the course of your playing career. And now we're in a space where we're having conversations about mental wellness and all that and where that falls into the landscape of competition. When you talk about being all in, but also being able to develop, how did that work in tandem while you were building this Hall of Fame career?
I honestly think it worked for me because I was focused on football, and being great at your craft in this city made people pay attention to you when you had other things that you brought to the table.
Okay.
And if I weren't a great football player, I would have been another guy on the Giants who had a career, who came through, who didn't expand on it because I was just another guy who came through.
Got it.
I realized that playing and being great at it, that was the best thing that I could do, but I wasn't even thinking next level. It just kind of came with it. And I also feel being nice, being consistent. Man, I tell you, I hate these cats. When I see you in one spot, and you over the left, I see you in one spot, and you cool. Then I see you in somewhere else, and you're a completely different person. Maybe you're a different personality. I don't know. That's not for me to judge. But just tell me that when I meet the first personality, so I don't expect it when I meet the second guy.
Right. Or tell me you got 4.
Yeah, tell me you got 4. Trust me, I had teammates who were 4. Yeah, you over here split, right? But I like consistency. And I think for me, being consistent, like you see me here, you see me later, I would be the same. I don't trip, I don't change. And I think it helped me build sincere relationships with people in business and people just in New York. I never asked anybody for anything, because I felt like I'm taking care of myself by handling my business. And post-football, it has helped me tremendously because these relationships have evolved. Some have evolved into business. Some are strictly just friendship. But I find that just being a good dude, man, being a nice person, treating people with respect, really being interested in people is the greatest gift that you can give yourself, because that makes people in all walks of life want to be around you. People want to do business with you.
As far as the athletes and like what they doing off the court and on the court, it's becoming a tandem now. On the flip side of what you were speaking on, somebody like Draymond Green does it, right? And like we respect it, right? I mean, I only can speak for myself. I respect it, and here's why I respect it. To your point, he's able to go out there and play. He's able to go out there and compete. He's able to go out there and do whatever it may be, good, bad, or whatever. But also he's able to go on his show and speak about it and like take accountability, majority of the time, right? He looked the question in his face, like he don't run from the actual question. And I think being able to do it that way, that's the only way to work as an athlete, as an athlete that's playing today. If you're not willing to take the criticism and deal with it when shit is going bad, it's not going to work. Don't even think about doing it.
You got to face up.
Absolutely.
And okay, wait.
And for Draymond too. Draymond has been playing a long time. He wasn't doing this in his first few years in the league.
No.
Draymond knows what he can do, how he can turn the switch on and off when he needs to, and he's able to compartmentalize now. When you're a young 20-something-year-old player, man, I don't think you're ready, especially if you truly are committed to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Could 7 p.m. in Brooklyn have existed while you were still playing?
No, because I didn't like talking to the media.
But this would have been your control.
No, I was just locked.
Okay.
Why didn't you like talking to the media?
So I just ain't like them. I just
it's a podcast. Come on, give me more.
I just say I had to think about it. I just did. Let me take that back.
Eddie.
It wasn't that I didn't like them. Like when I was in Denver, it was cool. It was a couple media people in the locker room. You know what I mean? It wasn't, so I kind of grew up with that.
It was one motherfucker he hated, bro. He just, the name is right there.
I can't remember the name. It is. I just can't remember the name. But when I was in Denver, smaller market, I'm growing up with the success of the organization, with the media, with the city. So it's like you don't really have to deal with a lot of it. Some you get people that, try to poke and try to get something out of it, but you understand we evolving as together. The Denver paper was evolving, we was all evolving, everything is coming together. So we can hold each other accountable out there both sides. Now when I come to New York.
First media scrum.
But I was, to his point earlier, I was already prepared.
Okay.
Coming to New York after speaking to Jeter, and he like, listen, I'm gonna give you one advice. Don't read the media. Don't listen to the media. You'll be all right. And from that moment, I started going through it, but I started observing who was what in the media scrum. So now you understand how to approach each individual media personality. So they playing the game, and you also understand the game that they playing. So that's why I've never went back and forth with the media in New York, because I just knew the game, and then I knew the people who were saying it and the people that wasn't saying it. So I was able to navigate that part of learning from being somewhere else, coming into a market that it's not just basketball media. You radio, you got sports radio, you got hip hop radio, you got rock and roll radio, you got every media that you can think about outlet in the world is here in New York. So for me, it was just about really learning the landscape of like how to navigate in New York. And once I got it to his point, I was like, fuck it. Like my mentality changed because I was like, fuck it. What I'm going to do is I'm just show up. Now y'all do what y'all do with what I say.
Right.
I'm going to speak to y'all every single day. I'm going to talk to y'all. I might be upset, but I'm still going to respect y'all at the end of the day.